hear you now. Let's get it. Now we live.
Yeah. Okay. So you want me to say what you just said?
Go ahead. We back live. For
Okay.
the people who don't know who BP is, go ahead and run it up for them real quick.
Okay. My name BP the guy, BP, or some people know me as Mike. I've been playing 2K for probably like 11 years. Got into the comp scene around like 2K15.
All right. So if you in the chat,
So
y'all
yeah.
heard that. Make sure it's good. Make sure we heard that before we get to rolling. Okay, the introduction. Let me know now. Notice on. Hold on. Hey, hold on. How I turn it down? I can't turn. Let's see, cause I don't want no interruption when we get going now. I don't even know how to turn the notice off. I don't even know how to. That might be coming through the
Go to it should be on the bottom right, I think.
of what of what.
Streamlabs. It should be on the bottom right, or it
Oh,
might be one of your alerts.
it's probably my alerts, man. Forget that.
Yeah.
They come through. I'm gonna hear it. All right, they can hear it. All right, bet. So let's get straight into it, man. We're gonna get straight into it. Yeah, we live. We live, baby. So my whole purpose of this was, man, I seen it. I actually met BP before. I think the first time we met was it not? Was it New York? The first time we actually met was it season two?
Yeah,
All right.
we was in the van when first. I think it was the first time we met. We was in the van going to the what's it called?
Okay,
The
got you,
arena.
got you. So I specifically remember after the games. I don't know what happened. I remember we went and walked. I don't know if we went and got pizza or it was we all like we used to everybody used to run into each other. It was my
Yeah.
first time running into BP, and I'm like, dang, like BP's actually a cool dude, and over the past few years, it's like BP has gotten a rap around his name. Now, whether it's deserved, whether it's false, that's what we're here for. We're gonna clear it up. We're gonna give BP a chance to clear the air, and we're gonna get his side of it. Because normally, what we do is, as a community, we hear something and we run with it. So if the chat got questions, I'm gonna try to chime in and get some answers from BP. I got my own questions that I've been hearing. So it's a lot of things I want to get, that I want cleared up as well. I've been waiting on this. This is a good one. This is good content right here. This is a good one. So let's jump into it, man. So I seen a couple people say, is that BP the one that made the BP bill? Is that the one? Is that yes? That's BP. So BP, where did the bill come from? That build is, as far as 2K wise, everybody knows it's the BP bill. Whether they know it's tied to you or they don't know it's tied to you, whatever the case may be. But this is where it came from. So me personally too, I want to know how it even started and originated.
Okay, so it was originated in 2K20. So everybody was running a playmaker shot creator, and it was one day I think I was on my stream just looking through builds, and there was everybody know about the Tennessee glitch, and it popped up in my head just like this year with the 510. It just popped up in my head. It was like, okay, let me try this out. Let's try it. Let's see. Okay, so I think it was a 6-3 when I made it. Then I forgot how I made it. It was like it had 99 dunk.
Yeah,
I think it had 99 vert.
it was
So
super.
you put the Tennessees, and you was just able to dunk every time, and it was able to shoot because it had Hall of Fame badges. And during that game, 2K20, you didn't really need Hall of Fame playmaking badges. You know what I'm saying? You just needed some gold playmaking badges, especially with the certain dribble moves in that game. You could like move faster. So yeah.
Got you. Okay. So yes, this is. I see in the chat. This is BP that made the BP build that we all hear about and love on 2K. He's the one that created it and came up with it. Let's get straight into it, man. Because for me personally, I don't want the image on your name. I actually think you're a good dude. I think it's a bad rap, and it's a couple
Mhm.
things me and you talk off the camera about as far as like. It's times where, man, I've been super immature in my life. It's times where I feel like I didn't get in season one because I was too immature. I made mistakes, but people gave me a chance to redeem myself, and boom, different ball game, different story. You know what I'm saying? So for me, let's get straight into it. Because I remember, what was it? Kings had, was it three that year? Did Kings have three that year when they took you?
Mhm.
So people don't know that the Kings was. This was right before Cook had got. If y'all don't remember to the chat when Cook, I think Cook had got suspended day of the draft, and the two top candidates season two for the Kings, from what they had told me, was me and BP. So it was like we was right there, neck and neck for that spot. And I want to say it was three. I know Rhea went, and then who was second? It was Rhea. Who went after that?
Um, I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie.
Who you say, Kai?
Uh,
Gradient. That's it. 2 and 10
Great.
Gradient with
Okay.
the Warriors. So that was it. So it went Rhea, Gradient, and then BP right there at 3. So you got drafted 3, season 2. That's it, Hot. What's up, Hot? Talk to me, babe. So you got drafted season 2 to the number 3 pick, the Kings. And who was your team that year? Was you, Cole? Cook was suspended. Who else was on your team?
It was me, Coach, Seam, Kobe Yusuf,
Oh,
Zachy Chan, and Roman.
y'all had a squad. It was
Yeah.
so it was you, Seen, who was the lock? Jackie.
Zachy.
Yeah, okay, Zachy Chan, Yusuf, and
Mm.
then Colt. Y'all. So season 2, that's the year. So y'all went on to make the playoffs. Y'all made the playoffs that year. And rookie season, you had a really great rookie season. So
Mm.
I think your rookie season was a dud. You made the playoffs as a rookie. That's a big accomplishment. I want you to go over the time in Sacramento, kind of where how it started. You know, we can go through as many things you want, and then you can kind of sum it up, and we hit the next one.
Sacramento, when I first got drafted, it was gonna be my first time really experiencing, life outside of my like comfort zone. So when I first got there, it was kind of like weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't used to it at the moment. So at first, I was there to play 2K. I liked it, and but then the immaturity side of me just kicked in. I was very immature at that age. I wasn't thinking about the bigger picture. I wasn't using my brain.
Now I get it. So you said, so where are you originally from?
I'm from Connecticut.
Okay,
But
Connecticut.
I was born in Puerto Rico, but I'm from Connecticut. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So born, got you. Okay, I got you. So what's up with your combo? So dang, so you went all the way East Coast. So that's kind of similar
Mm,
because I'm East Coast and I went to the Midwest. That Cali life different. So yeah, so I get it. So the immaturity side of it, you say that kind of took a toll to you. You wanted to kind of be home, and I guess that's kind of what led to the Hawks. So it didn't. So what happened? Did what was it? They basically traded you for shots. I mean, what else was involved in
yeah.
that trade?
I think it was shots and a first round pick for me.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
That we're gonna get back to that because that's interesting. It's really interesting what's going on in Brooklyn right now, and they traded that. They gave value for value. They gave shots in the pick for you. You had a really good rookie season. So going into it, the Hawks traded shots and a first round pick for BP, and boom, season 2 you're in Sacramento. Season 3 now we're in Atlanta. So let's talk about season 3 in Atlanta.
Mm. Exactly like what just went on.
Yeah, so I want to hear as
Okay.
far as season 3. I don't know if you thought season 3 was great. I don't even remember season 3 Atlanta for BP. So
Um.
you can kind of tell me, catch me up on what happened.
Okay. Season 3. I actually kind of like it when I was on the team. I think me personally, as like I didn't think I played bad, but as a team wise, we could did better. I didn't really, I didn't really like I didn't really play to my full potential though. How everybody knows like I can do when I'm
Gotcha.
really focused. I didn't play to my full potential. I I don't know. It wasn't it didn't I don't know. It didn't click. Like personalities didn't click.
Gotcha.
It was just in right.
Got you. So Drea said number 3 pick. So I think that ended up turning. Was that Crush? Ended up turning into Crush. I think
Yeah.
that's how they got crushed the next. So yeah, okay, they had crush and shots. Okay, got you. So season 3, what was your record season 3? Because we were
Um
bad season 3. We were bad.
I think it was 8-8
We were something
or
like that.
7 or 7-9. One of those. 8-8 or 7-9. One of those.
Got you. See, we was pretty. I think we was like 8-8. We was like one game out, and we finished the season. It was
Yeah.
bad.
We was one game out too. We lost to FTW when he came in the Celtics. So if we would have
Yes.
won that, we secured the playoff
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. FT started going crazy. So
Yeah.
so you said something with the chemistry aspect. Let's talk. I want to hear what BP got to say about the chemistry aspect of the 2K, because a lot of people don't understand it. Like you say, it's like, oh, I'm going to the 2K League. It's a super dope experience, but what you used to, your whole life is turned upside down. You did a complete
Mm.
180. You move across the country. You're not with your family no more. If you had a girl, if you still got your girl in the 2K league, you a dog. You a dirty dog too. That you know what I mean. You know how you doing what you do. But anyway, you your family gone. You away from your girl. If you got kids, that's don't your whole life is flipped upside down. You're going across for 6 months, and it's grind time. And you living with a dude you don't know, or two dudes you don't know, and you're hanging around dudes 8, 10 hours a day with guys that you don't know either. So I want you to talk about that chemistry aspect of it for you, and you like it didn't click, season three with the Hawks.
So I learned over my 2 years or 3 years basically being with the teams I've been in. If chemistry don't click, it's never gonna work. You could be the best player. You could be the best player in this game. You could be the best, unstoppable, everything. If chemistry don't click, it's never gonna work. You're not gonna succeed in the league as a team. And one thing I realized, hey, it's not about me. I never, it's never gonna be about me. That's why I humbled down. Like when I first came in, I did have an ego. I will admit it. But now it's to the point I am. I've matured a lot and I grew up. So I know it's not about me. It's a team thing. It's just not. It's not about the BP show. It's a team thing. It's about the organization doing what's best for the team.
So that's a big thing too. That you say that. So I want to talk. So for me, the way I like to play is I'm always like team oriented, team first. Like
Mm.
I pushed this year harder to get Kai MVP than I had tried to get myself. So it's all even when we won with Dr. JoJo Feast, Turn Up, Nacho, and like we won with Jay Money, and it was all like even I was trying to feed Jay, get JoJo going. So it's always I got that perception of they would hit me with perception of Bear don't got enough stick, he got IQ, he tried to get his teammates involved, but you would be the opposite spectrum of BP don't want to get his teams involved, he got a whole lot of stick, and he's like he's selfish. So I want to talk about that a little bit too. So
Mm.
that's kind of been not per se selfish. I want insight as a point guard on kind of how you looking at the game because if I could dribble like you, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never gonna pass the ball.
Not enough passes. Like.
Yeah, so if I could dribble like that, I ain't gonna lie,
Mm.
it's over. Ain't nobody touching that blocker. It's over for you. So I get it. But a lot of people don't understand that. So you put a lot of time in. As far as appreciate that host, Coach V. So you put a lot of time in. White Mama, appreciate that sub, my guy. And you put a lot of time in with dribbling, and when you put this much time in, it to back you up a little bit. So once Kai came to the team, Kai's super. He's a dribbler. He could dribble. He's really good at the game. He's seeing things. So we're bouncing ideas back and forth. He's teaching me how to dribble. And it's like once I start to learn how to dribble, I'm like, oh, now I see why somebody may get the perception of they don't like to pass, or somebody gets the perception of they're selfish, is because you put so much time in your craft. It's like you working on your jump shot every single day, and like let's say for Westbrook in real life, they give
Mm.
Westbrook. They give Westbrook, if he want, he could take 33s a game. They're going to back off of him every time he touched the ball. He could shoot 33s if he felt like it. So it's like you're coming down the court. If it was Curry's going to take 33s. And if Curry shoot 1 for 30, he's going to turn around the next game and shoot 1 for 30 as well. He's going to say
Yeah.
that's a great shot because he trusts his ability. When you're a dribbler, the way you could dribble, you get a bad perception because you could dribble so well, so you're like, man, this lock can't guard me. Now, whether the dude could guard you or not, you feel like he can't guard you because of the way you've prepped, the time you put in for dribbling, and the amount of people you have cooked. You like, just give me enough time. I could kill this guy, but but it comes off as like, oh, he's overkilling the guy. He's not passing enough. But it's because you would trust your ability. So my question is that I did all of that. I want to ask you. So like being a dribbler, how is that kind of different than somebody who you think is like playing the game on a different spectrum as far as like per se like I would as far as like I'm attacking the game a lot from like an IQ standpoint.
So where I originated that was because I'm stage guard. Like I started playing stage first. So well, I did play 5v5 during like back in the day when I was a kid, like 2K11. But I played stage heavy. So on the stage, you had to dribble and score and learn how to do all that. cause I wasn't worried about pro-am at first,
Right,
but
right.
then I started like actually getting into it more because I wanted to go for the league. So it originated from that. So like when I transitioned to pro-am, I had to realize that like I had to pass more, but it's like I was so focused on scoring. Like I focus on scoring more because I know I could get a bucket. I
Right,
know
right.
I know I can get a bucket.
Like you
But
trust your
now,
ability.
yeah, I trust that myself to go get that bucket when I need to do it. And if like you know what I mean, like but now to the point now I'm trying to mix that together to be able to like when I need to get the ball up, I know I need
Right,
to get the ball up. You feel
right.
me? Like I that's so like previous years I'll say like I was just focused on scoring. I wouldn't even look to pass.
Yeah.
But now it's like I'm going like try to look for like who's open but still try to go for my shot.
Yeah, nah, that's a battle, man. Like the more it's like the more I learn how to dribble, the more I learn how to like be more aggressive in school. Like so, it's I had to learn that role of like pick and roll and how to use the screen because normally I came from like 2K18 5 out. It's 5 out 5 out. I could beat my man. You just need to hit a shot. So learning that whole aspect now, I got to learn the opposite of what you're talking about. I got to learn how to use the screen, how to get open. So it's just an adjustment period. But the fact that you even like you're like, yeah, I get it. I need to I need to make a couple more passes, but I still could be me. But at the same time, like just not allowing the defense to just to play you stupid. So
Yeah,
good.
it's harder than a lot of people expect. Like if you're like a dribble head and you're scoring, like it's hard to keep your like you to balance it.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's not really as easy as people make it seem. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's so that perception of like, oh, he's selfish. Oh, he doesn't like to pass the ball. It's like people don't understand. You go into the stage day in and day out and run the stage. Like you do this for a living. So in the stage 3v3, you're scoring, you're scoring, you're scoring. So just to be able to turn that off and now go to 5v5 to where it's more rotations, more people to help. There's more variables within the game. It's just different. It's just a different style of
Yeah,
play. It doesn't mean you're selfish. It's just like, nah, that's what I do. People like Kyrie Irving because he goes score the basketball. People love LeBron James because he can do it all. He's all around. So it's just people like the appreciations of somebody's game. The perception of it is just different. I'm telling you, it's me being a heavy passer and starting to learn how to dribble. Man, when I'm
mm.
sitting there looking at my player dribbling and I don't see nothing going on. I'm tired of being lost. So it's like I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
get it, bro. I swear, I
Nah,
get
it
it.
be like that. You zone out,
Yeah,
especially when you in the scoring mentality and you like you cooking the lock and you just want to go get that bucket. It
yeah,
like a lot you zone out a little bit.
yeah. So for me, like if I could say something to like help out, it's kind of like like you could be so good, right? You could be so good. Like I don't know if it's a lock that could check you. So it's like that's to be able to say that that's a tremendous talent within itself. So if I personally give you advice, maybe not even that you need it, but it's you like I always say this, like when you get open, is we get open. Like it's you
Mm.
gotta think that, all right, cool, I just scored 5, 6 points in a row. It's like, all right, now you know the defense coming. Now you know
Yeah.
you just they ain't gonna let you score 80 in a row. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, I just gave him 6 points. Now let me go. Somebody gonna move. Let me catch him for a three. Now when I catch him for the three, that person ain't gonna want to move no more. Now I can get back to moving and grooving. Then like so it's just just balancing each other out. But it's not like you understand that.
Yeah, especially on this game. Since like during when you know how everybody was running like them 6 foots and six
Yeah,
twos, and then when I made that 5'10" and the whole like thing transition,
yeah,
I started realizing like people gonna start playing double team the 3-point line
yes,
now because them 5'10s are faster.
yes,
So it started making me open up my eyes more because I'm not gonna be able to like you know what I'm saying like just
right,
score the ball
right.
unless I get a mismatch, but that's not really a good shot. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
nah, that's
So
that's huge. That's huge because I peeped the same thing you just peeped. So get to the
but
you could have went on it, but so that was
okay,
season.
okay.
We good. We talking about season. That's season three. That's season three. Let's get to now. Season four. Season four got real in Atlanta. All right, let's get to
Mm.
season four. We could touch on it a little bit, say what you want to say, and then we could keep it rolling. But so season four, you come back. Who was new season 4 outside of season 3?
C's, Fakey, and
Yes.
Mike Swan.
Okay. C's, Fakey, Mike Swan. So I think this is dang. I've been wanting to interview the coaches too, and some of the coaches on their thinking process, because I think they took a real life approach to 2K. Now, did it pay off? I'm not here to judge. Did it not work? I'm not here to judge. But what they don't know is, see, so you're a dominant guard. You ball dominant guard. Most PGs are, especially the ones that can score and dribble as you. So then they went. So in your heavy PlayStation side, and I know you was bouncing back and forth because I think you was coming in there. It might have been I can't remember because you put me on one of the locks.
It was on 21 when I was coming to Xbox Lobby.
Okay, got you. Who was the lock you was bringing, man? I forgot bro name. You put me on to him. I forgot his name, but you was coming to him a lot. Who?
I don't remember.
Was it? I don't know if it was randoms. I can't. It might have been dog. It was randoms because
it was randoms.
It was randoms.
It was randoms.
Yes. So when you was like, so that's what I was. You was like, man, my young boy good. You know what I'm saying? You was like, randoms good. Like he good. And I didn't know nothing about randoms. And then that's when I was like, oh, like BP know how to assess talent because I knew nothing about randoms, and now I think highly of randoms. I think randoms is easily top 5, and I personally like him. I could make a debate for him for top 3 lock in the league. I like bump wise, random souped up. So
yeah,
he's
good.
A demon. He's a demon. So when you was coming back and forth, that's when I was like, oh, like BP, like he on to something. Like BP might can assess talent because there's a lot of people I hoop with, and they be like, my boy a dog, and my boy be trash. But like randoms was pretty good. So you was coming back and forth, but around this time, you was popping in, and C's was souped up to it, guard. I remember playing against C's coming in. I'm thinking like C's about to get in the league and go crazy, dog. So I'm like, C's is about to go nuts season 4. But then they took him with the Hawks pick. Now I thought C's was dropping, and then they took him at the Hawks, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, y'all got BP, and you take C's. Now I'm like, all right. I don't know how this is going to work out, so I was interested to see. So if you want to go ahead and talk about season 4, because that's an interesting year. That's the year that's when C's came in, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Okay,
go ahead. So you could talk about the experience with the Hawks.
So I already knew a guard was coming in season 4. Like I was not blinded by anything. I already knew about it. I wanted to play with one of the best guards, and I was hearing like good things about him before like anything happened.
Got you.
So I wasn't like, me personally, I ain't care. I just wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? So when it did happen, I was like, if you feel more comfortable at point guard, play point guard. I'll go shooting guard. I wasn't thinking about myself. I wasn't really worried about it. It was just like, he is a dog. Like he's not bad at the game. So I ain't care. So it's just like, again, personalities didn't click throughout the team, and it just didn't work out.
Got you. Now, so I went through that aspect of it too. So we traded season 2 for J Money. We traded Hood for J Money. I came in. Hood had all the clout, he had all the like whatever you want as far as being really great at 2K. He had everything you wanted season 2. And we traded him for J Money, who was a PG. He had just ran RDG. He was just a PG of the Miami Heat. And then when he came in, I kind of took the same approach you was. I was like, like, shoot, bro, if you want to play PG, go it. And I think we played 2 games. He played against the Pistons and the Grizzlies. And then he was like, he came back to me and was like, man, like, pretty much like, I appreciate you for like giving me the opportunity to play PG, but like, you gave me that opportunity, so boom, like, you go PG and I can make it work at Sharp, because I ain't gonna lie, me at Sharp, I ain't gonna lie, you might not want me at Sharp. Hit me, I'm cutting, boy. I'm come on now, come here. So it's me at Sharp. I just be wanting to get involved to the game so much that it just sometimes it be bad for me. But so no, I understand that, I get it. So all right, cool. Y'all switch roles. Y'all let's see. Specifically asked him. People say he was the cancer. Okay, specifically asked him why people say he was the cancer. So we could ask that. If you got questions in the chat that you want to ask BP, we could address some of them if we can get to them, because I don't want this to be overdrawn too long. Let's get to it. So if that's a perception around, people say, all right, cool. BP is the cancer. What would you say to that?
I don't know how that came apart. I don't you if you was to meet me in person, I'm one of the most coolest people you're gonna meet. We play 2K. Like I said, when I was on the Kings, I was very immature. You know what I'm saying? So I could see where it came from if it was from the Kings. But now I'm way more mature. I'm 23. I'm gonna be 24 next year. Ain't the same BP that was 2 3 years ago. Ain't I'm not I'm not gonna like cuss you out like how a lot of people do. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna try to help the team out. Gonna talk to you like with respect. You know what I mean? You respect me, I respect you. At the end of the day, it's all that's all I want to do. I just want to play the game. I want to win. That's all I want to do.
Got you. Nah, I respect that because that's what I tell any of my teammates. It could be from middle school, college hooping, 2K. I'm just like, let's just we keep it 2K. Let's just you know what I'm saying. We keep it 2K because me, I like to talk a lot. I critique somebody's game and then Slaughter will turn right back around and be like, Barry, you're not taking the mid range. And I'm just like, come on, keep telling me. Every time I don't take it, just you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tell me like I'm. So
You
it's
tell me, yeah, you tell me about the game. That's cool. Anything I like, you know what I mean? Game related. Let's work on the game. Let's keep it game. You feel me?
Got you.
That's
Yes.
all I.
Yeah. Nah. I be on the same type thing. I'm like, man, this like we're boys. You know what I'm saying? Like we men at the end of the day. Let's keep 2K and let's rock on it like that. Couple questions. So
Mhm.
Bear likes to talk a lot. Imagine, shut up, Coach V, chill out, boy. So ask why did y'all get C's when you had you in math? TS3
Um,
Josh when I hit.
I didn't have no say in that. I was told the guard was getting picked, and I was like, okay, I
Got you.
can't. I'm a
See,
player.
that's an interesting topic too, man. Because a lot of people don't understand. So I ain't gonna lie, for y'all that got a lot of power within your organization, y'all be messing some things up for people. So I can say we can go with Fab. Everybody knows Fab gets to pick his team. Fab gets to make a lot of decisions. I don't know what it looks like in Cleveland. In Boston, I know him and Rico worked a lot hand in hand and got to pick a lot of they made a lot of decisions, whether if it's solely Fab or Rico and Fab bounced ideas back and forth with each other. But if you go look at a Warriors situation, I think like you got Kina and Gradient being kind of the two centerpieces. Then you got the coach. Then you got Rustin. So it's like a lot of input. So I don't know how much one player actually, like how much influence he has on who is on that team. So if you go, people say like Chalk. Oh, Chalk drafted a terrible team, and then they go make the playoffs, and I think they won first round, and it's looking great. You know what I'm saying? Like they balling. So I don't. But and then somebody would be like, man, I just don't know how much input you had with the Hawks or with the Kings. I can't say how much Kings because you was a rookie. You got drafted there, and then the rest of the draft, I can't speak on. Like I'm pretty sure you didn't have a lot of pulls season 2, but in season 3 at the Hawks, I don't know how much leverage you had on getting the guys that you wanted.
It always been a team thing when we drafted. It wasn't like you know what I mean. You gonna give your opinion on a player, of course, like you were part of the team, but at the end of the day, it was always a group vote. It was a team vote.
Okay, got you. So, um, Coach V want to know. Coach V, for y'all don't know, that's in the chat. Coach V was my head coach season 2, and that's he drafted the championship winning team. Shout out Coach V. Coach V said he want to know. It's so we know now at this point. I think it's 5 teams that need PGs. Are you canceling anybody off the list? Is there somewhere you want to go? Do you not want to play shooting guard, center, small forward? Kind of give me your thoughts on what, like, if there's somewhere specific you want to go, or if it's a position you want to play. You can get into it.
Okay. So I wanna let's get it out of the way. I do want to play point guard. That's where you gonna get the best me. Like you gonna get the best out of me. Am I open to playing shoot guard? I don't mind it. Like I said, I'm not. It's not about me. It's about winning. So I'm never gonna be like, no, I'm not playing shoot guard. No, it's not like that. But if you want to get the best me, is gonna be point guard, and I'm open to whatever. I'm not really like I'm not a picky person.
Got you. Okay, yeah, that's. I think people look at that too as like, man, you being selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's selfish. So it's good because I get to play like I play alongside of Kai. So I like it's times where I tell Kai like, man, I hop back like me and Kai ride to work like to the facility together and back. And it's sometimes in the car, and I'm just like, look here, bro, you about to play PG, and Kai like, you about to figure it out because I ain't playing PG. So it's people will look at that as like, oh, Kai's being selfless. But if BP say, man, I want to play PG, that give us our best shot. And if you would have said that to someone like a C's, it's kind of, I could say Kai because I can talk about Kai because he's on my team. If Kai say I'm playing shooting guard, that's my role. But if BP say, nah, I'm playing PG, that's my role. It's look bad if you say it, but if Kai say it, it's cool. You see like the double perception on it, like it's like it's just a bad perception. So me personally, I don't think you should be on lock or shooting guard. You're a PG. If a team take you, I think a team should take a chance on you at PG. That's it. To me, it has nothing to do with your stick skill. It's nothing with your ability to play the game. Everything around BP is questions of personality, like they said earlier. Is he going to be a cancer? Can he fit in with these guys? That's the question. So when I heard about it, I'm like, I actually met BP. BP a pretty cool dude. Every time I interacted with him, it was great. So like, let's hop on the interview and let's chat because I know how the perceptions could be. So for me to quick inside of mine, it was like, man, season 1, Bear ain't marketable. If a team take Bear, they kind of said the same thing. Is he gonna be a cancer? Is he gonna ruin your team? Is he coachable? To now, season 4, only way this dude is in the league is because he's getting saved by A, B, and C. He's not good enough, and he's only marketable. So it's like the perception. People are always gonna change the perceptions. I just want people to think about kind of like what's going on. Somebody in the chat, I seen it. We cannot skip past it. You could go as deep as you want. You could stay as shallow as you want on the topic. The topic that you went on Twitter about, we gotta address it. The mama situation, and you can get into it as deep or as shallow as you want. It's completely up to you.
Okay, so like I'm not gonna speak too much about it, but I'll talk about it a little bit.
That's cool.
Me personally, it was stuff that was said that didn't need to be said, especially in front of a group,
Right.
and especially like my mom got, bring my mom up ever.
Right,
You know
right,
what I mean? It's
right.
my mother. So, but besides that, like I don't really want to speak too much about it.
No, okay, that's cool. I get it. Cause I ain't gonna lie, my team talked about it and we heard it. It was like, oh, that's OD. So then we make it think like maybe didn't say it in this way. Maybe just cause sometimes somebody might say something and they didn't mean it that way. But so we on the outside looking in. We don't know what happened. We don't know what was said. So it's like on the outside looking in, it's like, dang, what if he did mean it this way? But on the same tip, it's like, what if he didn't? But either way it go, whether you meant it, bad or good, nonchalantly, no malice in his heart, it's like it was said. And especially in the morning if the argument is heated, anytime you hear mom pop up, it's like, oh no, oh not her. You talk about my talk about my girlfriend, talk about my sisters.
Yeah,
don't
nobody
talk about
my
talk that my baby. Don't talk about my mama. Come on. So for me,
you can't talk about my sister.
hey look, now you're right.
Yeah,
I got five sisters. I love
family.
yeah. Hey look. So I get it. Anything outside of 2K is like, wow, like why
You know what I'm saying?
like why we gotta take it there. So now I personally get it. So we summed it up. We could talk about. I want to hear the. I don't know if we got to it. What's up with you? I don't know if you talked about teams that if there's people off the list or if everybody's available. Where does BP want to go? Because me personally, I think you got a chance to get drafted this year. I know you were saying a couple things like, man, I might be done with it and I want to play PG. There's a couple things out there floating around, but this your chance to kind of talk about it.
Okay. So when I said I wanted to be done with the league, it's because I'm the opposite of what people think of me. I don't like drama. I don't like none of that. I didn't get into the 2K league for that. I don't gossip. I don't like doing none of that. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised like that. I don't like none of that. I like playing 2K. You know what I'm saying? So that was just, I would just want to touch upon that. Like that's why I was really thinking about being done with this. And
Yeah.
I'm open to teams. I'm open to anybody. I just want to be like, if you pick me, like you with me, you feel me? Like you got me because you want me there. I don't want to feel like I'm not wanted because I know what I'm capable of and I know what I could do for. Or I'm not like like I said, I'm not what people claim I am. I'm just trying to play the game and win championships, win banners, whatever. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do when I first got in.
Yeah, I got you. And I understand that. For me, that was big too. Especially, I get it, bro. I done been in your shoes. I done those shoes I've been in too much. I don't walk too many miles in those shoes as far as. But T Wolves did a great job with making me feel like, Bear, you our guy. We gonna rock with you. Like I stink it up a lot of times, and they just like it don't matter. Like figure it out because we right here behind you, and that gives you a different sense. I
Yeah,
remember, I remember Kenny. Kenny got work. It was Kenny a dog, bro. Kenny could play 1 through 5. Kenny could play whatever he want. That season that he took off, I won't get too much out of the conversation, but he said something to me that stuck out, man. And he said he was like they trust me. You know what I'm saying? And it I felt it because I was like, a lot of people don't understand, man. When you playing in a spot that a million people want your spot right now. That video I made of Scrady and Scrady didn't want to go to the expansion team or however it went. That was all like, bro, you don't even want the spot, and a million people want your spot. But that comes with a certain type of pressure. Like, there's a million people that
yeah,
want your spot. You got people behind you chasing you. So if the people who's supposed to be in your corner ain't fighting for you, got their hands up for you, ready to go to war for you, it get tough. It get real tough, especially PG in the league. Like I done played
yeah,
with Jay Money, who's a PG for one of the most winningest teams in NBA history as far as pro-am goes. Then I done played with Kai. Hood was one of the back when 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hood was one of the most decorated, one of the best. Then you go play with Kyle, one of the best young dudes to ever touch the game. So it's like that pressure of playing with somebody, and I need my team with me. Like that. That's a big part. And if your team not with you, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's tough. Like that's tough,
yes.
tough.
It, like that's one thing I learned being in. If you ain't got the chemistry, if y'all ain't getting along, this and that, you know what I mean? It's not. You ain't gonna win. You ain't. It don't matter. You could be the best player on the court. You ain't gonna win. Like when if I do get back in or whatever, I want to feel like I want to. You know what I'm saying? So it could in a way it boosts your confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
helps.
it
It helps
does.
it. It
100%.
helps you. If a team say like yo, you really like we want you, like you ain't going nowhere, this and that, it boosts your
Yeah,
confidence. Like,
yeah,
it helps you a lot, and it helps your team too. Especially if everyone's clicking, all personalities is good, everyone just having fun. Cause at the end of the day, it's all fun. We
yeah,
get to play K for a living.
yeah.
That's a
Nah,
dream job.
you're
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So it gotta be fun. If it's not fun in the turn, it feels like a job. It's never going. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you gotta do your job, of
Right,
course.
right.
But we playing 2K at the end of the day. We all good at it. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta feel fun.
Yeah, nah, you're right. I'm telling. That's why I felt like I could relate to the situation a lot. That's why I wanted to talk to it. And it's no, it's especially like let's say if I help people who are off ball, it's like, dang, Barry, you helped this dude. You could have had a chance to draft him, but you ain't draft him. It's like we play the same position, so I'm like, man, it doesn't. I don't think T Wolves gonna draft you to come take my spot. So it's like I don't mind letting that hand. So it's like I don't those shoes I don't felt though. So it's like I want people to every run in that I done had with you. I haven't been your
Mm.
teammate. I can't sit here and lie and say yeah I done spent 3, 5, 7, 2 years with you, 5 months. Nah, I haven't.
Yeah,
I just ran into you, and every conversation we had has been like a great, honest conversation. So I'm like, I want to see, I want people to see the same BP that I see. So, uh, expansion, expansion draft is tomorrow. Somebody said in the chat before I get to expansion draft tomorrow. Somebody said in the chat, I think BP need a stern coach. Me too, personally. That's what I think. And growing up, I never liked the stern coaches. The ones that I look back on 5, 10 years later, I'm like, that was my best coach because he the one that when I didn't want to do that extra suicide, when I didn't want to get them extra shots up, the extra 100 shots in the gym, the extra 50 free throws, the extra 7 in a row dunk line drills, he the one that made me do it. This will make you better. You gonna run, you gonna discipline, you're not gonna argue with your teammates, you're not gonna cuss them out. You're not gonna do any of that. If you say anything bad, there's any smacking the lips, moaning, groaning, we're running. And at the time, I mean, this coach sucked. But I look back on it, that's the dude or the guys that discipline
yeah,
me. So I don't know how you respond to a coach who like, look, BP, I know it's tough. Shit, we might be losing 4, 5 games in a row. It's cool. Like, put your hands up. It's time to go to war. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when we had Coach V, JB, it's like our back was against the wall. We 3-7. They like, hey, look, bro, you all we got, baby. You better figure it out. Like, you better figure it out. I don't. But instead of them saying, J Money, you right here in my side pocket. Like, let me play this card. They looking at me like, nah, bro. Listen here, you my guy, and I'm rocking with you. This is it. We gonna go 5 wide. That's your best fit. Come on, let's make something shake. And just like I'm like, man, if they gonna let me go 5 wide, that just give me the greatest confidence in the world. Nobody else in the league was going pop. Nobody else in the league played with a pop, but we played with a pop. But just because my organization trusted me and had my back, I'm like, all right, I got the confidence to rock then. BP, very kind-hearted dude, just impulsive in my opinion. To be honest, man, who not? You know what I'm saying? When you play the game as much as somebody like BP, when you as good as somebody like BP, who's not? You know what I'm saying? And it's times I spaz on randoms, I spaz on teammates. We all do it. Now, is there ways to go about it? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's for the GM, the coach, the players, absolutely. But I also think BP get a bad rap. So we let's so that's what I wanted to ask you. How you think you would respond to a coach that's like that's a stern coach that's going to have your back, but it's weird because if he's stern, then I'm gonna let you answer. How would you think you would? Because it's my mind going. But go ahead.
Me personally, a coach, I want a coach that if he sees something, he gonna like get on my ass like, yo, you need to do better. Like that's not, you know what I mean? Like, cause if it's like if I'm doing wrong and I'll just keep doing it over wrong, I'm not gonna get mad at somebody telling me I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
I'm playing bad. So
you're open to that. You're open to the open
yeah.
criticism. You open to the coach saying like, BP, this pass is open. You need to do A, B, and C. Boom. You cool with that?
Yeah. I'm open to that. Like I said, I used to play sports, so that's not like nothing that would
Yeah.
bother me.
Okay, I got you. So we can get straight into the next one. Before we ended up wrapping it up in a little bit, I wanna talk about the. Let's go to 2 teams. I want to talk about 2 teams really specifically because I could really see this happen. I want to talk about tomorrow's expansion draft, Ducks game, and I don't know if they're reached out to you. I don't know if they talked to you. We don't need to know about none of that. We don't need to know what's going on, whether they did or didn't. We don't need to know about none of that. But we know they came in and they're going to be. We know that we think that Ducks Gaming is going to go with their culture. Do you feel like you fit that culture that Ducks Gaming could provide?
Yeah, I believe I could fit that culture. If it's like a whole Hispanic team, international, I used to play with a bunch of international players. I believe I fit that culture because I remember I used to play with my dog Sensei. I met Gunnar through the stage. My dog Jordy. So I do play with a lot of international players. I know a lot of international players. A lot of international players be in my stream. So I believe I do fit with their culture.
So selfishly, I would want to see them give you a shot. And to be honest with you, the way I'm looking at it as like from me to BP, from Bear to BP, from man to man. I'm like, this might be it, bro. Like this might be your last ride. You know what I'm saying? You better ride this hoe till the wheels fall off if somebody give you a shot. Because if you hop out this car, if you hop out this hoe, might not get back in another one. You know what I'm saying? The journey might stop at that point. So that's my mindset looking at it. For me to tell you is like, whatever happens, happens. If you don't get in until next year, if it's 2 years, whatever the case may be, if you get in tomorrow, it's like, this might be it, bro. And the way this league work, from kind of how we know how it works, it's kind of once they write you off, once they done with you, it's like good luck, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's good luck. We don't care about the talent. So for me, it's like whatever these people tell you to do, whatever they want, and you ain't got to be a yes man, but as far as it's doing things the right way. So
Yeah,
for me, just
that's
like,
why I learned a
go
lot.
ahead.
That's why I learned a lot in the league. Like you ain't gotta be no yes man, but Just do your job. That's all
Exactly.
you gotta do. Do your
Nah,
job.
that's exactly right, bro. So for me, it's like I personally I hope they do take you. I'm like, man, I hope they do take you. It's fresh. I think they're gonna build with their culture, and I think it'd be really good for the 2K league. It's just if they give you an opportunity like that, now they might not, and even if they don't, this hey, you might down the road. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be
Mm.
somewhere a good fresh start. But just from me to you, I'm just like, man, if they do give you that opportunity, you got to look at it like this is it. It's the last rodeo,
Yeah.
and I gotta go up from here because it's can't go down no more.
Yes, it's up. Regardless of the situation, if I don't get picked tomorrow, I don't get picked at all
Right?
in the league. It's just gonna be up. It's not gonna be a I took a L.
Yeah.
It's a lesson learned. Just
Yeah.
keep moving forward.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. That's kind of how I look at it too, bro. It's like I want to allow I want to allow myself to think that I'm a failure. So I don't
Mm.
mind failing, but I'm not a failure. I don't mind losing a battle because I'm gonna win the war, and that's kind of how I everyday approach. So that what you just said, that's kind of how I that's kind of how I rock out every single day. So we talk. I think I don't know who the coach is gonna be at Ducks. I don't know what was this? I forgot. Did they released it right on who's gonna be the coach for? Did they not
Nah, I
release it?
don't know.
Okay, I don't
Nah,
who I forgot his name. Was it Raphael or something? It was something. Rafe. I can't remember. But
he's the manager.
got you. Okay, got you. So I don't know if we need to get this. We need to get this to them. I think they need to see this video. They need to give you a sit down and they before they pick them all, they need to rethink some things. That what I think. That's bare 2 cents. I can't say that because OG. I'm just playing OG. I'm just playing. I ain't mean to, I'm just playing. So another interesting one is man. So who is it? We got Lakers need a PG, Mavs need a PG, Ducks need a PG, Wizards need a PG, Brooklyn need a PG. I think that's the five. I think that's the five. So with Mavs having the number one pick,
Mm.
Wizards losing Jack, Brooklyn losing Chalk. The two possible ones I could see the most that actually make sense. And the Lakers. I could actually see a lot of I can see three teams making sense. So the Lakers, T Wolves need a PG too. You trash. Hey, who got a top five pick for Kai? Matter of fact, we might trade the boy for a second round. I'm getting tired of him. Y'all can have him. Just give me a bag of chips and some Skittles, and I nah. So I'm seeing. We just talked about Ducks. What you think about Brooklyn? Because that's why I was like earlier when they traded shots for you in the pick. I'm like, that was people still think Shots is a beast. That's what they traded Shots plus more to get you. So technically Shots and Crush to get BP. Now they got a chance to get BP with them not even having a first round pick. A talent like that late is whoo. It's interesting to me. It's interesting to me. But Brooklyn got that feel of I think it'll fit because I think you need somebody like Kurt. I think you need somebody like that on your side, on your team. And then you got guys who are vets such as Shots who can help you lead the way. And it's somebody, I don't know how friendly you are with Shots. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't really speak to a lot of people in the league.
Got you. So that's what you need to be doing. You need to be networking. Hey, look, if I'm in your spot,
I've met them. Yeah, I've met
man,
them. Like I had conversations, but I'm not like I speak to them like like every single day or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
man, you sleep. I'm here. Listen here, Shots. I know the situation is unfortunate. We don't got whatever. Listen here, me and you, we make something shake. Kurt, listen. I know I was immature. I did some stupid things in the past. Listen here, you what I need. I'm gonna listen to you. All right, this is my last shot. You better go. Hey, you better go talk. Hey, what Hearn say? Hearn say I could talk a cat off a fish truck. You better go get right. But so,
Yeah.
do you think you could work in Brooklyn? You think it'll work? Think it's a fit?
Yeah, I think he's a top center. They got Faiz. He could play damn near anything. So
Yeah.
I think me personally it would work. But I'm open to whatever happens. That's that's what I'm open to.
I think I like Ducks and Brooklyn right now. Really great fit. I like Lakers. I could see you reach crazy tech. That could be. That's a. I'm just thinking, man. If people could, if in my head, because I'm like, all right, if I'm the coach, I'm like, I could get who I think BP is if I'm the coach. And I'm like, whoever you want to be, what you think it is, I'm like, I can get maximal potential out of you. So then I would look at rosters and I'm like, dang, you, Faiz, Slade, Shots, that's crazy. You starting on Ducks Gaming, and it's some people out there, man. It's some people in the expansion draft. Or you can go you, Reese, Tack, crazy in a 4. That's crazy too. So in Brooklyn, to me, Brooklyn is like, if I can get you that late in a Brooklyn pick, that is, yeah, Reese LA, yeah, that's winner the draft, expansion draft tomorrow. So that's interesting though. So I don't know how somebody would pass. I hope they look at the interview and just be like, man, well, let's they want to have an interview with themselves. So let's get to it. Let's get to the if we've all known the BP from 2K17, 18. We know the BP from past. Do BP Aqua and Dayfry don't sound too bad? I'm gonna tell you, man. Dayfry is a player I think that actually could get BP to be BP. I think so. If it's, I wouldn't mind putting no PG with Dayfry, to be honest with you. So that'd be a good fit too, man. Like I can't see a bad. I'm telling you, like Dayfry can get Dayfry can get you right. But so we know you from past 2Ks. Before we end it up, we're gonna wrap it up in a few. It's how you feeling this year? Cause I done seen some stuff. Is BP the best guard on the game? BP moving in the stage. BP looking like old BP. How you feeling this 2K?
I've been hawking this game. I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing it a lot. I ain't got no more distractions. No personal life stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I've really been going crazy on this game. I feel like I might sound like I got ego or cocky, but I do feel like I'm the best point guard on this game right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. And if you tell me sitting here that if I say who the best and you say, all right, Brad, I think you the best, or JBM, I think you the best, I'm gonna question you. You know, they been asking me who they. Nah, you know what I think the best is. You know, ask me that. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But I heard you've been moving. I heard you've been moving this year. I caught a couple streams and it's kind of on hush. It's kind of, I won't talk about it too much, but with the league, it's been a lot of rumors. The league might go 5v5. It might be some 3v3. It might be 2v2. I don't know. These are rumors. How would you feel being able to go from 5v5 to a 3v3, 2v2 type deal? If that's the case.
So if that's the case, I have the experience playing 3v3, 2v2. I have the experience. I've been playing this since I was a little kid, and I've been playing it this year too a lot. So I have the experience more than anybody probably in the 2K league. And 5v5, I have the experience. I'm a vet. I was almost rookie of the year. I was nominated MVP first season.
Mm-hmm.
I have three years. I think it was 3 years, right? Something like that.
Yep.
3. So I have the experience in pro-am. So I think it would just be like good for me in a way.
Yeah. Me personally, I think this would be you needed this to come faster, because this is it. This is it. This is it right here. It's like, luckily enough, I'm like, shoot, we got Kyle on the team. We gonna compete. But it's stages. That could be a different game. You know what I'm saying? Especially that's where you from. That's where that's you. You know, that's where that's natural. So that could be interesting for a team to think about too. Especially like if I'm the GM, I'm like, dang, get this coach. The coach, we gotta have a conversation with BP. We need to make sure you're on the right track. But there's no questions playing wise. There's no questions of how good is BP. It's all, if I'm the coach, I'm like, if I'm the GM, I'm like, let's get the coach in place, and the players gonna be there, especially if the league moves towards kind of what we're thinking. So we're gonna I'm gonna let it. If y'all want to ask, if y'all got anything to ask BP, if there's any type of things that y'all want to ask, we can get it to him. BP and Dayfry would be scary. Dayfry will offer that help making reads, controlling pace, etc. That's Day Fry, man. Day Fry helped me making reads and help making pace. You know what I'm saying? He's good. So let's get to a couple questions. Can you see the chat or no?
Yeah, I can see
All
it.
right, bet. Trap is 100% going into suspension. I think so too. Question for both: how do you feel about more stage guys getting involved in pro am? Any tips? You can go ahead.
Um, so me personally, stage locks. So I'm gonna go from center to point guard. Stage locks. If they develop the IQ, they single handedly are the best locks in the game. Because they guard the dribble heads every day. You know
Yep.
what I mean.
Yep.
So if they develop the team chemistry and the IQ that need to be there, you know what I mean. It's same thing you could say with centers. If they develop the IQ, they know how to set screens. They play with the dribble heads all day and everything. So they know how to do everything. Now point guard is more harder because the passing, and I can say this for myself because my passing is starting to get there. It hasn't been never been top tier. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to develop because you're moving your sticks and then you're trying to
Yeah.
pick your head up to, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean. But like pro am, like, all right, stage guards, stage locks, and centers. If they play pro am a lot, I really think like they could be the best players in pro am.
Yeah. So I come from pro am, so I'm be opposite. I'm be opposite spectrum of you. But it's so it's I don't went to the stage more this year than I ever have. And Steve's he always good to me. Steve, I always thought BP was a dog. Like I went, man. I never get this hour back in my life. I wouldn't sit down and try to like do something like this if I didn't respect him enough or if I didn't think he was nice. I wouldn't do it. I promise I wouldn't.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, nah, ain't no problem. So it's so the question is, how do you feel about more stage guys getting involved? For me personally, in pro am, and any tips, I guess, to get involved. So for me is, I've always tell people to push content. I was always tell people to get your face out there. I'm helping BP. BP helping me as well. You know what I'm saying? We both got our face on the camera with 200 plus people in here. It's content, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard. It ain't hard. Just do it. It ain't hard. Just do it. And if you've been watching my YouTube lately, as I've been trying to grind it nonstop, I'm going crazy. So not even crazy numbers wise. It's just crazy with the time and pushing and fighting to make it like the consistency of the YouTube type thing. But just pushing that content, man. Making when somebody talk about locks and you from the stage, make them think about your name. Give them a reason to put your name in a hat. You might not get picked. You might work all your life to, you know what I'm saying? People play the lottery all their life just to hit. But if you just so happen to hit one time, it's gonna pay off. That's all you need is one time. You need somebody to take a chance. You don't need one person to take a chance. But so how I feel about the gameplay, like BP say, man, it's just an adjustment. So I think the league is going to go in a direction where multiple people. That's the rumors. It's going to be multiple. They're going to play 3v3 or 2v2 or 5v5. It's going to be multiple, 2v2, 3v3, 5v5 modes within the 2K league. So that same adjustment, you'll have to see that park players got to make it, such as a PG got to pass, and maybe the lock got to do a little bit more dribbling or playmaking because he's running the break instead of just sitting in the corner all game. Now you're gonna have to see the pro am guards dribble. You're gonna have to see them make a play. They're gonna have to 3-hunt. They're gonna have to use the spacing on the court. Or pro am lock got to defend left hash and right corner instead of just middle of the floor to right hash. So you're gonna see that adjustment being flipped. So it's gonna be interesting. If the league goes that way, it's gonna be interesting. Let me see what else. I hope the league allows a short PG build. Hard playing with the randoms. BearDaBEAST. Sure. What's up with you? So before we get off, BP is one of the best score dribblers of the game. The community definitely want to see him succeed in the league, killing. That's me too, man. That's me too. I posted my lock builds on my YouTube, but that's it though. JB, that's what I think. I think BP is super talented dude, man. It's just sometimes you just, like you say, you come into a situation being immature. You realize that, and all it takes is somebody taking a chance on you, showing you love, and boom, now you off to the races. That's all it takes. I swear, that's all it takes. Season 2 or season 1, I didn't get in the league. They didn't want to give me a shot. Cool, it's whatever. Season 2, I get in. Somebody take a chance on me. They make me believe that they're taking a chance on because they really are taking a chance, and it's off to the races, and we ain't gonna look back after that. So I know that's all you need, man. Somebody in your corner fighting for you.
I wanted to be like, in a way, like feel like, yo, like I could like, I could vibe with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you like family in a way.
Yeah,
Even though we just playing the game, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you feel me? Like you trust me.
yeah. Nah, I feel it, bro. I used to tell my team like, if we go back and watch season 2, those guys who won a championship, man, like them my brothers, bro. Like I promise it. It could be 40 dudes walking down the street, and it could be 2 of them walking, and all 40 of them gonna try to jump Feast and JoJo. They gotta jump 3 of us. I'm getting my butt whooped, which just cause like they we developed a bond that it just can't be broken. So like I love them dudes like they brothers, and that's a big part of 2K, man. Like that's a huge part of 2K, and I don't think a lot of teams or GMs understand that aspect of it because we're players, so we get that aspect of it. We get being in the room with the dude for 6 to 10 hours a day, and like the little things they matter, and they don't understand that just helps your 2K game out the more comfortable you are. But before we wrap it up, if there's anything that you want to say to the chat or to the people out there that's going to come back and watch the interview, the floor is open to yours, because I'm done.
Well, appreciate everybody that do like show support to me, and anybody that's like out there that's grinding the game or anything, like chase what you want. Don't let nobody tell you can't do something. Like you feel me? Do what you feel. Do do what you like to do. Do what makes you happy. And then the teams and the managers. I hope like I do get a chance. You know what I mean? You do give me the opportunity to show y'all that I'm still like a goon at this game because I'm trying to win a championship. I'm trying to be a legend in the 2K league.
Yeah, now I respect that, bro. I respect that, and I appreciate everybody for coming out here and actually supporting it, supporting BP. BP actually, I thank you for hopping on the interview, the chat with me. I think that's pretty dope, and I don't think people question your talent, bro. I don't. I honestly don't. I think everybody believes that BP is a dog at the game, but I think too is BP got to step outside of BP's way to let BP flourish, if that makes sense. So and the only person that can hold BP back is BP. That's the only person that can hold it. So like, and I think you're starting to realize that. So that's why I'm like, let's hop on the interview and let's allow people to see that side. And then I say it again, bro. If somebody like, don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't none of these teams owe you nothing. But if they do, if they do decide to give you a chance, bro, it might be it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This might be the last ride. So you got to treat it like that. It's that. Listen here, she done told you, don't cheat on me no more. Cause if you cheat on me again, I'm packing my bags and I'm not coming back. That's it. So she might be serious this time, BP. She might be serious this time. Nah, but I rock with you, bro. If there's something else you want to say, if not, it's your boy BearDaBEAST, and I'm out.
I appreciate it, Bear.
All right, no problem, my guy. I'm gonna holler at you, Brody.